maybe that I'm paranoid, but I seem to remember that one time you answered in a subliminal, ambivalent way, in which one of the tools meant something that was not what was written. Anyway, what is the biggest challenge for you when you go somewhere else's place? I go anywhere as long as the food tastes good, but I think it will be difficult because last time it was stiffy. Most probably because I'm used to the softer kind one of my local cousin.
From the Thanksgiving dinner table. May you have a wonderful and joyful life of Mount Brown.
Just look at that turkey's face. Even he thinks the annual turkey pardoning is pathetic. Look at it. Oh, just kill me. This is the worst thing that happened to me today, and you just deep-fried my cousin.
The next one says, how often do you have intercourse? A lot, but at indefinite times. Sometimes once a day, sometimes once a decade. How often do you have intercourse? A lot, but at different times.
Okay. But to be fair, that is probably for the best. We don't need those pandas participating in representative democracy. We need them f***ing. And we need them to f*** a lot. So don't get squeamish about this. They're endangered. The voting rights of my Zhang and Qian can wait. Right now, it's o'clock, you weird biochromatic raccoons on steroids.
When it comes to me, my bank account balance statement looks like the Soviet Union. Many small numbers forming a big number, but it's all in red and about to collapse. When it comes to me, my bank account balance statement looks like the Soviet Union. Many small numbers forming a big one, but it's all in red and about to collapse.
Their population is larger than Vermont and Wyoming, and their gross domestic product is higher than that of 16 states.
In 3 words.
We're the only democracy in the world that does this. In fact, when the Dalai Lama came to visit, he wondered why a small pocket of people living in the world's champion of democracy lacked full voting rights, calling it quite strange, quite strange.
So let's sum this up. She predicted her own future. Not only did she dream of a fairy tale, not only was there a real existing fairy tale out there, not only was it just the way she wanted it to be, that one real existing fairy tale was about no one less than her. She got the chance, made her decision, moved on and screwed it up. This song's about her, it's called Fairy Tale Blonde and Bursted. She dreamed of a fairy tale but didn't know that it was real. It could have been just like the movie, but she screwed it.
Just eat the $200 and throw it away, Cheryl. She screwed you. She screwed all the girls.
Next one says, what do you think of the phrase hope dies last? Supposed to be motivating, I guess, but what if hope is giving up on you? What if hope is drunk or lost overview? Hope man, garden angel, they all are supposed to work without getting paid. How long do you rely on someone?
And the only time trading away DC abortion would be acceptable is if DC abortion is a rare 1950s comic book and you're getting Marvel's The Amazing Mammogram in return. That is it. Otherwise, that's not great.
The next one says, I'm a police officer and saw a wanted cannibal on the street, but when I wanted to catch him, he got away because I was off duty and forgot that I wore sandals. Wouldn't have happened if you had 1 foot locker. The next one says, I'm a police officer and saw a wanted cannibal on the street, but when I wanted to catch him, he got away because I was off duty and forgot that I wore sandals. Wouldn't have happened if you had 1 foot locker.
That is very clever. That's very clever. Although it's not perfect. You know, if you can't get a sock out of the packaging, you don't then lose your foot for a minute. week. It is guaranteed that at some point over the next school year, you'll hear...
You will look like as if Ryan Gosling, Billy Joe Armstrong, Brad Pitt had a baby.
If you get a chance to have sex with this man,
The next one says, who do you envy? Midgets. Judging by their body size, they achieve the puberty. The next one says, I'm all about polyandry, but guys who are bigger than me are too pushy. What can you recommend? What about the Oompa Loompa guys?
Manda da bakasata. We've seen midgets grow. We've seen arms and legs that stop growing because the growth cells that stop. Manda da basata. I don't make this stuff up.
Please, you can't say I don't make this stuff up just 5 seconds after you said the words Manda Casabasanda. Vague. The IRS regulations are close to meaningless. According to their tax code, not only is the term church not specifically defined, they make no attempts to evaluate whether the content of a doctrine is religious, provided the beliefs are truly held and are not illegal. But truly held beliefs that are not illegal is almost every belief.
The next one says, my boyfriend is from Ireland, very rich. It's just that he likes everything to be in order. He drew architectural blueprint-like outlines for where he wants his plate, cup, spoon and the fork's tines to be placed.
But that did not stop him. The letters kept on coming. I received another oil packet, more prayer cloths, and even, and this is true, an outline of his foot, which I was asked to trace my foot on and mail back to him with more...
in your life.
And that is when I realised the message Robert Tilton was sending me was that I should set up my own church to test the legal and financial limits of what religious entities are able to do. And so, that is what we have. While the IRS does not have a definition of a church, they do have a 14-point test as a guideline for churches. But not only do you not have to meet all 14 points, we'd already met some of them by accident. Do not delay. Call this actual number right now, 1-800-THIS-IS-LEGAL, because amazingly, all of this is. This is all legal. Call this toll-free number and plant your seed.
Plant it deep in him.
Okay.
Then I slide with one hand in my pocket and get a cookie out. And say to her, do you see how I eat the shit out of that cookie? That's how I'm going to... And if not, people will pick you out of the crowd like a colored chicken and mark you as a homosexual for not approaching and showing enough interest for the female gender. Not that I would have a problem with that if I was.
Or marching into any bank and applying for a small business loan to get Brenda's stupid cupcakes for dogs idea off the ground. Brenda, all cupcakes are cupcakes for dogs. They eat their own shit, Brenda. Which is just as well, because your cupcakes are terrible. They're terrible, B. And look, if you are surprised by this, don't worry, you're not. there, I am John Oliver, host of that show you've heard some things about but haven't gotten around to watching yet. You think it's called Last Night This Week, or maybe Yesterday Right Now. Don't worry, you'll Google it.
The next one says, can you tell a bedtime story? In Germany, a cat pushed a snail called Dyscalculia out of the way and was run over by 8 cars. One day later, the snail reached the same point and said, what just happened? Are you not supposed to be dead? And the cat said, nein, 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 you unthankful Landstreicher look alike, walking around all day with a little bag on the back.
Dancing was invented by the farmers of Cork County who used to kill pesky field mice by strapping slabs of wood to their feet and rhythmically clobbering them to death. Which, yeah, it really makes you see river dance in a...
The next one says, what's your most bizarre story? Every weekend I took the same walk route, but there was this strange guy on a bench in the forest, so out of total curiosity I started a chat, and the whole time he repeated over and over again that he is bisexual and didn't have intercourse in a long time. Then I said, well, I never saw you talking to anyone. What about that new appetized brothel? They say they have something for every desire. And then moved on with my walk. The next weekend he was sitting at the same bench as always. While passing him by, I asked him if he went there, and he said yes. He told them that he was bisexual and they offered him girls, guys, transsexuals, but it didn't work out. I said, how's that? He said he went in and told them what he wanted, but he said they didn't quite understand him when he said any male and any female will do. That was the last time I took that walk route.
And while we're on the subject of European leaders, we'll confirm that Catherine the Great did die while having sex with a horse, but what many people don't know is she was pegging the horse at the time. She was pegging that horse at the time. And one last fact, just forget about it, forget about it! One last fact, just wipe it away.
Next one says, what's your favorite pickup line? Cocaine. In case you were talking about people, line A. I definitely gonna go with line A, because after I wake up the next morning I don't have to listen to how short I lasted and how poor I performed.
Studies have shown it produces the same effect in the human brain that cocaine does. Actually, there was no such study, but it felt great saying that out loud, so it just seems like a fact. 16, except there is actually no book that was another lie. This entire video has been a total waste of everyone's time. If you want to waste some more time, please join us again September the 13th, when Last Week Tonight returns. Until then, trust nobody, especially me.
The next one says, I hate it when the water splashes against my testicles. That's why I use a golf ball sized ESD cover. I'm 30 years old, and when it comes to me, I already know what a floating reproduction purse looks like. This one says, I like your videos and want to know what your IQ is. I'm very smart, my IQ is so high you need oxygen up there.
I'm an adult with a job, and I cannot remember if a logarithm is some kind of exponent, Kenny Loggins' first album, or a method of lumberjack birth control. I don't know. So, ignore it, just ignore it. And move on, biology.
And if you are in a situation where people need to be rescued, you won't be, at least not before women, children, old people and disabled people, regardless of how smelly, loudly nagging about useless stuff they were the whole time while on a beautiful traveling holiday vacation. And when you had an accident in which you broke every bone in your body, or even lost a limb or two, and you scream in pain, people have the fixed social attitude. So to sum this up, if you are a girl who wants to be a guy for one day, because the reason is you want equal rights, what you actually get is end up without an equal right.
She admitted to a crime she denies committing just to spend time with her children. That is horrifying. Especially because I would be willing to commit a crime just to not have to spend time with any children. They are loud cesspools of bacteria with nothing interesting to say. Oh, Oh, you want to grow up and be a princess? I'll tell you what happens to princesses, Ashley. Google Diana plus truth. Do it. Do it. Google it. Google it. Google it, Ashley. Open your eyes. Being a princess ain't fun, Ashley.
The next one says you are a total waste. If I ever release a brand, it's Bob's water flavored ice cream, cold and tasteless. Okay. 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 Okay.
If anything, some people should be in jail because a Kickstarter did meet its goal. Like this one for an actual giant inflatable Lionel Richie head. You two gentlemen should be locked up all night long. All night. All night. All night long. All night. All...
She got a chance, made her decision, moved on and screwed it up. Not once but twice, all because staring vacant is so popular.
be delighted. But if I hear there is a swarm of kittens approaching, I'm grabbing a shotgun and I'm getting to high ground because I'm not going to let those furry fuckers take me alive. And here... And...
The next one says, can you tell a bedtime story? In Germany, a cat pushed a snail called Dyscalculia out of the way and was run over by 8 cars. One day later, the snail reached the same point and said, what just happened? Are you not supposed to be dead? And the cat said, nein, 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 you're ein Pflanzenstreicher look-alike, walking around all day with a little bag on the back.
That's right. Amazingly, one of the warmest welcomes on offer to immigrants comes from Germany. A country whose idea of a bedtime story is 2 children being left to die in the forest before being nearly cooked and eaten and then murdering an old woman. Sleep well.
I'm half German, half Pakistani, and sometimes haters prove themselves to be the elite when it comes to IQ levels while contradicting themselves. For example, when they call me half Nazi, half Sand, or half N, half 5N disease, I'll be bony, or they squeeze their eyes and make you know, because of all the S.
Look, there are times when it's acceptable to destroy farmland, like when you're a child from Krypton looking for a place to crash land. Or you're a bunch of racist baseball ghosts looking for a place to play. But this is not one of those times.
Well, me wouldn't mind. Let's see, shall we? If you would mind follow me.
Changes behavior.
Helm says looking back on 5 years of data, no companies have had a repeat violation.
Really? No companies have had a repeat violation? That is one hell of a claim. Let's take a look at that, shall we? He's making North Dakota sound like a magical pro-business utopia, like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, which, come to think of it, had about the same safety record as North Dakota's oil fields. Now we'll think back. It was about the same body count. Their deals typically stipulate that a company must have no same or substantially similar violations within a year. So,
But never complain about muffins though, although I feel more exhausted and hungry afterwards. And despite the sometimes similar smell and leftover drip similar to the taste like that of cheap beer.
absolutely disgusting, although it is surprising Canada was so shocked about urine in a mug, considering that's exactly what Labatt Blue tastes like. And
This one says, I like your videos and want to know what your IQ is. I'm very smart, my IQ is so high you need oxygen up there. In case you were talking about people, line A. I definitely gonna go with line A, because after I wake up the next morning I don't have to listen to how short I lasted and how poor I performed.
This is what change looks like.
oh, you are not what change looks like. I mean, I understand you're talking about your policies, but
His father was considered sort of intellectually brilliant smart. Does he have that kind of smarts?
No, and he will tell you that himself. But he has, I think other people have used this word too, he has an emotional intelligence that Pierre Trudeau didn't have.
ouch! Ouch! Emotional intelligence. That is the kind of made-up quality you might find on a report card from a Montessori school. Well done, Zayden. You got a squirrel on emotional intelligence. But on actual intelligence, you got a frowning walrus, which is an F. That's an F, Zayden. Let's make that walrus smile. Prime Minister's residence. So to recap there, Harper's band's name is not just a shitty pun, it's a shitty French pun on the fact that he's Prime Minister of Canada. That is the least rock and roll thing imaginable until you see this photo of Stephen Harper with the lead singer of Nickelback. And look.
Okay, so occasionally I have ins. Today I'm gonna show you how I do it. At first I cut my hair and get into mating mode by raising a little piece of hair.
But think of it this way. Picture your next door neighbour. You may not be great friends with her, but you'd be sad if she started dating a complete and utter dickhead. Well, and finally, with the help of one of Canada's finest sons, Mike Myers, dressed as a Mountie, riding a snowplow. Yes, it doesn't get more Canadian. It just doesn't get more Canadian than this. I think I have your full attention, Canada. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. 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 Hi, Mike. Hi.
Hi, Tom. How are you?
Thank you so much for doing this. Is there anything you'd like to say at this point?
Yes, there's lots I'd like to say.
Okay.
I love Canada, but the fact that it has a law banning outsiders from telling Canadians how to vote is one of the least Canadian things possible.
Sure.
Oh, and don't vote for Stephen Harper.
Exactly. Don't do it, and I'll tell you why.
The first one says it's from the USA. The police visits KKK attitude is a real annoyance. Black Lives Matter. It's not all as bad as it looks to the black people. Well, yes, Black Lives Matter. I know who says otherwise. Black Lives Matter, and so do their schlongs to blondes. I guess having to declare economy as measurement cargo at the customs has a benefit.
Stephen Harper doesn't care about black people.
Oh, God. Not again!
Sorry. What I meant to say was, Stephen Harper doesn't care about Muslim people.
Totally fair.
There you go.
Fair, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I think he made that pretty clear.
During foreplay, I put on a tune that builds up excitement.
ようやくこのリメイクプロジェクト開発決定いたしました。ありがとうございます。もう本当言葉通り We do it やります。
gonna have sex tonight. When we get home, I say I just the tune that builds up excitement.
Tell me, so you start designing it, like for you as Jeremy Scott, like what is your spin on it?
You know, I thought, why don't I do an homage to television? And I thought, what if I give it an homage to television? MTV, television, let's talk about the old school when TV actually turned off at night and there was a color test pattern. So I thought if I took that, spread those colors all over him in that test color TV pattern, gave him some bling bling so he's a total rock star, and then topped it off with the Jeremy Scott iconic wings. You know, I thought, what should I do? And I thought, you know, he's such a beloved icon and one that I hold in high esteem myself. So I thought, what if I did an homage to TV? MTV comes from TV, so why don't we do that? So I took the color TV bar from when TVs used to actually turn off at the end of the night and did the test pattern for the logo and then did his whole body with the test pattern colors. And then gave him some bling bling because no rock star is complete without a little bling bling. Did a peace sign. Peace is always in fashionable. We come in peace. And then topped it off with the iconic Jeremy Scott wings. I really just thought, you know, take it old school, MTV, you know, and I thought, why don't we pay homage to TV? Moon Man sprayed with that actual color TV bar grid. Then of course I added some bling bling because no rock star is complete without some bling bling. And then I added my signature wings because it had to be Jeremy Scott, of course.
You know, all over the Moon Man is actually really complicated. They're all hand painted, and it did take my iconic wings and gave him wings on his moon boots. I gave him a big bling bling chain with a peace sign.
This is for my dad. What the hell, man? We were just about to play it. What are you doing? We're just about to throw it out. It's not your fault. Oh, wait, that's my dad. Don't touch me. What? Do you fill me up?
If you think you can judge over someone else's job, let me hear what you've got to say to Bob. Tell me what you think about and shit all your mind out. Fan mail, hate mail, whatever makes you gangsta-mate. If you think you can judge over someone else's job, let me hear what you've got to say to Bob. Tell me what you think about and shit all your mind out. Tell me what you think about and shit all your mind out. This song's about you guys, it's called Few Viewer Mails. Just kidding, feel free to shit all your mind out. Fan mail, hate mail, whatever makes you gangsta-mate. If you think you can judge over someone else's job, let me hear what you've got to say to Bob. Tell me what you think about and shit all your mind out.
I can tell you're curious, it's written on your lips. Ain't no need to hold it back, go ahead and talk your shit. I know what I came to do, and that ain't gonna change. So go ahead and talk your talk, cause I won't take the bait. I'm over here doing what I like, I'm over here working day and night. And if my bill ain't real enough, I'm sorry for you, babe. Just come and get it, let them say what they say, cause I'm about to put them all away.
This song is about you guys, it's called Few Viewer Mails. Just kidding, feel free to shit all your mind out. Fan mail, hate mail, whatever makes you gangsta-mate. If you think you can judge over someone else's job, let me hear what you've got to say to Bob. Tell me what you think about and shit all your mind out.
I just bought all this Star Wars stuff.
Oh, come on. You had all this stuff. You bought it on eBay 5 years ago.
I tell you what we're gonna do. We are gonna sing songs and tell jokes and host the Sith out of this show. You know, Carrie, right now, things are cray cray. This world has gone bat poop cray cray.
What a crazy year it's been. This year there have been so many big changes.
This song is called Me and My Duck. On Halloween, I'm heading for the club, dressed up like a duck, and wish myself the best of luck. They have a good laugh and call me goof. They ain't know my duck is waterproof. And when the party's all over, the bitches know you're up to a loser. Standing at the club store, they ain't laughing no more. Cause everybody waits until the rain is gone, and I'm gonna stand there like a one. Me and my duck don't give a fuck.
Your cheating sight never said beware. It just said life's short. Have an affair. Bored with your wife and your sister too. Well, your cheating side will tell on you. Yeah, that's gonna be unreal. I can't.
What's going on? What's happening?
What is that?
Oh my gosh, Brad. Which Star Wars star do you think could be inside this very costume?
I don't know. This is great.
You want equal rights, what you actually get is end up without an equal right.
Well, hey, I can't wait to play in Star Wars and be a stormtrooper. I'm so happy to be.
They canceled it.
It's been
What do you mean the whole bit? It's cut?
We're not
What do you mean the whole bit's been cut? But I was going to be here. I was going to be in a stormtrooper.
Yeah, you're not going to now.
I'm not going to do it anymore.
You look great though.
No, I look like an idiot.
No,
No, that's true. But wait a minute. What was that thing you were doing? Well, I was on my way out, and you were doing something about. He stole my bit. Oh, but he stole that whole thing from me. Give me a G. That's not a G.
You don't know.
The next one says, who do you envy? Midgets. Judging by their body size, achieve the puberty. The next one says, I'm polyandry, but guys who are bigger than me are too pushy. What can you recommend? What about the Oompa Loompa guys? When all your pods are occupied, but one guy breaks down, he gets replaced by another.
This year we lost a country music legend, a friend and a hero, my hero, little Jimmy Dickens. He was a big little part of this show, as you can see here from a clip that we've put together.
Good night, everybody! The floods are coming! Push Jennifer! Push Jennifer!
Dr. Dickens, do not motorboat the nurses. Stop.
It's called It Ain't My Baby, Baby.
It's gonna be great.
Taylor Swift made the best video in all time. In all time.
Told me that his final wish was to leave this world making people laugh on stage. And so, we brought him here tonight.
What do you get when you cross one of the year's coolest rock smashes with a major country sensation?
We're about to find out, performing Crash and Burn and Uma Thurman, Thomas Rhett, and Fall Out Boy.
I don't know, who's been the best, you think? I mean, we've had Kenny on a bunch of times. We've had Darius Rucker on a bunch of times. Eric came on.
Not so fast, my friend. Not so fast. Hey, give me that hit, I'll show you who's the best.
You're cute and shit, and I would really like to take a selfie with you, but I don't think you can take a selfie with this calculator built-in phone.
As you can see, you never know who's gonna turn up here. But we are both so excited tonight. You guys, we just have the best show lined up for you. You're not gonna believe it. Some of the best. Whoa! What? Whoa!
Come on, we talked about this.
What? What are you
talking
doing?
about this?
No.
This is the naked host selfie moment.
Why?
I don't know. Miley sets the bar. We try to reach the bar. Don't leave me hanging.
Tonight, he stripped it down as our very own Darth Vader. Luke was hot in that outfit, but things are only gonna heat up more. Ladies, stop. You are no Magic Mike.
And just because I know you like vertical videos so much, this is my way to say goodbye.
See y'all later. Hope you have